Welcome student. Today we study the sowing methods of different crops which is followed in agriculture crop. That is the number one, broadcasting. Number second one is the drilling method. Number next is the transplanting method. Then the dibbling method. Then the planting. And lastly, there is a sow the seeds behind plough furrow, or put the seeds behind plough furrow. So these commonly methods are used for sowing of different crop seeds. So there is a number one, we study the broadcasting. Scattering of seeds on the surface of soil by hand, then it is mixed into the soil by working light implement like a harrow. So on the other hand, scattering of seeds into the field by hand is known as also broadcasting of seeds. The seeds which are in a big size, that seeds are also broadcasted, and it is the most common and popular method of seed sowing. Mostly it is grown. In this method, mostly it is common and cheapest method of seed sowing. It is followed under irrigated condition, majorly fodder crops like grass, fodder grasses, or cereal crop like bajra, maize, jawar. These are also grown as a broadcasting method for fodder purpose, and sometimes cereal crop like food grain, wheat crop, wheat seeds are also broadcasted into the field after the drilling of seeds. So this method is also used, or most common and popular method, traditional method of seed sowing. Then the advantages of this method is that it is quick and cheapest method. Quickly seeds are sown into the field. Then the technical skill is not required for the labor, and it is followed at moist condition in which soil moistures are available abundantly in that soil. This method is also properly adapted, and mostly irrigated condition. So this method is also followed by the fodder crop, and disadvantage are that the seed rate is required more. Plants are grow thickly or thinly, so many gaps are gathering. Plants are grow as a gathering. So in this method, the yield of or size of plant is also reduced. In this method, plants which are grow as a tall, these crop seeds are also broadcasted. And also uniform depth of seed sowing is not taken by this method. So seeds are germinated thickly or thinly. Sometimes there is a heavy rainfall or heavy irrigation water application. The seeds are also low with water, and many gaps are appeared in this method. In this method, seedlings are grown as thickly, so attack of pest and disease is more, and aeration is not done better into the soil. Then we study the second method, that is the drilling. The seeds are sown in a line by the use of drill machine. It is known as a drilling of seeds. With the help of one bowl seed drill machine or two bowl seed drill machine, the seeds are sown or placed at certain depth into the soil at moist zone. This is the main purpose of this method. In this method, drill machines are used as a Duphon, Tiphon and Chauphon, locally known as a. Then it is depend upon the number of tines. When tines are there is a 2, that time it is known as a Duphon. When tines are 3, that time it is known as a Tiphon, mainly followed in cotton crop at Vidarbha and Marathwada region. Then when tines are there is a 4, that time it is Chauphon, and mainly when 4 tine seed drill machine is used, that time distance between 2 tines is also taken near about 22.5 centimeter, and when Tiphon is used, that is 3 tine seed drill machine, that time the distance between 2 tines is near about 45 centimeter. The seeds are drilled with the help of seed drill machine, and the mouth part which is used for dropping the seeds, it is known as a bowl. So it is classified as a 1 bowl seed drill machine or 2 bowl seed drill machine. This method is mainly beneficial in dry land farming where the seeds or crops are mostly grown as a rainfed. So there are different advantages. Mostly number 1 is the seeds are placed at optimum depth into the soil at moist zone. Then the distance between row to row is and plant to plant is kept properly. Seed rate is required less than broadcasting method. Then the seeds are placed at moist zone into the soil. So these are the advantages of this method. Then number 3rd one is the dibbling method. Dibbling method, the big size seeds are sown by the hand or dibbler or planter. That time it is known as a dibbling method. Mainly seedlings are also used for planting as a planter or dibbler. It is known as a dibbler or planter implement. For example, onion seedlings are also planted by this dibbler or planter machine. So mostly it is used by the hand or manual labor, and with follow this method, mainly with the help of marking is given at proper distance which is required for each crop. Then at each cross point 1 or 2 seeds are dibbled at optimum depth up to the moist zone, and after that moist soil is covered with soil. Then the advantages are the proper spacing should be kept, optimum plant population is maintained per unit or per hectare area. Then the seed rate is required very less than the drilling method or broadcasting method. Interculture operations are given easily. The optimum space is gets for the development of plant, and better irrigation is done into the soil, and then the pest and disease attack also reduced by this method. Mainly commercial crops and irrigated crops. Commercial crop which grow under the irrigated condition, these crops are grown as a dibbling method. Then the disadvantages, some disadvantages are there are, number 1 is the more labor required and technical knowledge should be required. Cultivation cost is also increased. Only bold or big size seeds can be sown by the dibbling method. Then when seed is used as a vegetative material or part of the plant such as tubers, then the rhizomes, cuttings, sets, etc. are the sowing by this method. It is known as a term as a planting. The seed material. Then we study the planting method of seed sowing. When seed material is used as a vegetative part of plant, such as tubers, rhizomes, cutting, sets, etc., this sowing method is known as or term as a planting. That time, for example, there is a tubers of potato, rhizomes of turmeric and ginger, then the cuttings of different ornamental plants and sides of sugarcane, then the bulbs of onion or onion or garlic, then the gladiolus bulbs are also used as a vegetative part. It is known as a planting method. Then the seed material is placed into the soil at proper distance by keeping row to row and plant to plant, and after that this seed material is covered with soil with the help of manual labor. This method is commonly followed for commercial crops like sugarcane, potato, turmeric, ginger, and there is a flowering plants like gladiolus, etc. Then we study the transplanting method. In this method, seedlings are initially grown in a nursery and laterally it is uprooted and replanted into the main field for further growth till the harvesting, and this method is mainly or generally known as a transplanting. Seeds which are in a small size, it is not convenience to sown into the main field. That time in a nursery seedlings are prepared and after that it is transplanted into the main field. This is known as a transplanting. For example, small size seeds like tomato, chili, onion, tobacco, etc. or other vegetable seedlings are prepared in a nursery. So these are sown as a transplanting method. While the seedlings are in a nursery, farmer get sufficient time for the preparation of main field, and when seedlings are attained certain height and then it is ready to transplanting, that time it is uprooted and planted into the main field. The seed rate is required very less. So next one and last method is the sowing of seeds behind the plough furrow. This method is followed to take the advantage of soil moistures moistures laying at lower depth into the soil. This method is ideal for the dry land farming when the upper surface of soil is also dried. That time it is important that when the sowing of seeds, it is placed or drop at the bottom of plough furrow and up to the moist zone, and it is automatically covered with soil. By succeeding, furrow is open. These are the sowing methods which are followed in India as well as Maharashtra. So students, study carefully and we meet in our next lecture. So thank you.